Well, frustrated, abandoned and out of options. That is how 26,000 Australians stranded overseas are feeling right now.
Deanne and Paul Vowles from Newcastle are just one example, stuck in the UK with their 5 children since March after multiple flight cancellations. The large family's been told it could cost up to $120,000 to get home. That's an impossible option as they spiral further and further into debt every day. They join us now from the village of Chailey, which is south of London. Deanne, thank you so much for your time. Deanne, can you just explain to us what the last 6 months have been like for you?
It's been a huge roller coaster. I mean, we've experienced highs and lows. We were initially so excited for this trip. We'd been saving for a long time. It had taken us a long time to save up, as you can imagine, for a family of 7 to even fly over here. We were coming to a family reunion, and my husband, born here in England, he hadn't seen his family for a few years, and they hadn't been all together as adults ever. This was the first time. So we were very excited to come over. Of course, when we got here and the government had changed their policy and we realised that we couldn't get back home, we were then very worried and anxious and stressed about how we would survive here, how we would be able to pay for our mortgage. We've recently bought a home, our first home back in Newcastle, and we didn't know we haven't even done our landscaping yet, and the money that we've saved for that to do when we get back, we've just had to pay to just survive and live the last 6 months here. So it's been real highs and lows. At the same time, the British people here have been really charitable, really kind to us, and helped us out in the situation. So we've seen just silver linings of all the bad situations that we've been in, and we've felt the blessings, definitely.
But Paul, how desperate has the situation got for you two?
Yeah, it has been pretty desperate. You know, we just live week by week. You know, when we first got here originally, the plan was for a 5-week holiday, and we had to stretch our savings and our money from 5 weeks to 5 months. And then with, you know, 2 days before we were supposed to go home in August, we got bumped off that. We've now had to stretch it further, and we're looking at another 3 months on top of that. Like Deanne said, it's really just been so looked after by friends, family and strangers. There's so many wonderful people here that we've found and look after us, you know, but we just live day by day, week by week, and just hope for that return flight home soon.
I mean, you travelled to the UK. It was 2 days before that travel ban was imposed. What support have you had from the airline and from our embassy?
Well, when we initially realised that we couldn't get home and we contacted the embassy, firstly, it felt like that they chastised us for not taking up the repatriation flights that were offered to us. Now, the government did offer, Qantas offered us repatriation flights for a cost of $10,000 each. So we had the choice to take that at $70,000 for the 7 of us, or just wait 6 more weeks until we got our ticket back, which we'd already paid for in August. So we decided that we couldn't pay $70,000, so it wasn't really our decision, but we decided to wait until August to get back. Then they suggested to us that we do GoFundMe, that we ask our family and friends. They also gave us a few pieces of information that were incorrect, and we were chasing our tails trying to follow up on that information. So I'm not too sure who is in charge here, or who is setting the policies, federal, states, who is communicating all of the information. But yeah, just the wrong information that we received and the bad advice that we received from the consulate, it was quite disheartening.
Look, there are going to be people out there, including the Prime Minister, who said, you know, you should have come home sooner when you had the opportunity, even though obviously $70,000 is not affordable for you. What would you say to the Prime Minister? I presume also you're not alone in London. I'm sure there are plenty of Aussies over there who want to come home. But what would you say to the Prime Minister in relation to that?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question. And, you know, we haven't received a lot of negativity, but we know it is out there. And what we would say to the Prime Minister and all those people is, firstly, just please understand how frustrated and anxious we are. And we have tried tirelessly. Both Deanne and I have been on the phone day in, day out, a number of times to the airlines, to the consulate, to the travel agents, to everyone we can. And, some have been helpful and some have been trying, but we've been going round in circles, and we have tried desperately to get home. We are still here because we've been bumped off, because, they want us to travel, $10,000 to $20,000 each, which, there's 7 of us. That's crazy. We cannot afford that. So we are desperately trying to go home on our return flights, and we just keep getting bumped off. So we just have to wait, and we just have to wait it out. But we are trying. We are tirelessly trying. We're not trying. So, yeah, I think, if only they could really see and walk in our shoes, they would really feel our frustration and our anxiety. They really would.
Well, we feel it today for you.
For you and the kids. It's a big one.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time today. Really appreciate it.